Ready?
Ready when you are.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon, Auburn Alliance Church. Welcome to a new 5 to 5. We thought it would be good for, Pastor Jim and I thought it would be great for us to intro the new sermon series that we're going to be talking about this Sunday. We came off a phenomenal Easter Sunday.
Yes.
The most we've had in at least 5 years that came in attendance at that particular day. And man, 2 services, just a great atmosphere, a great spirit that was there, and an incredible number of visitors. Thank you for inviting your family and friends. There was so many that came to visit us and to celebrate the resurrection of our wonderful Lord and Savior on this past Easter.
I know it sounds really weird, but it's great to come to church and not know people here. And it just sounds weird, but
yes.
You know, we get up to greet people, we get up to start preaching on a Sunday morning, and we're looking out over the congregation and we're like, there's so many people here I've never seen before. And that's because you've been inviting people to come to church, and because we talked to a couple people,
Right.
God told people they needed to come to our church on Easter Sunday this year. And it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful to see so many people out for church on Easter Sunday. It was a really powerful time of worship.
Yeah.
Thought the teaching time went really well, and we heard so many conversations with you about how God's been working in your life. So we celebrate what God's doing in our church on the day that we celebrate His resurrection.
Yep. And so the introduction for this coming Sunday is that we're going to be going into the book of James. So a New Testament book, almost said Old Testament, a New Testament book, 5 chapters. We want you to begin reading in whatever translation that you typically read at home for your own Bible study time. And we're going to be talking about from practical to radical.
Practical to radical.
So,
you know, you mentioned reading the book of James. I'll just tell you it takes 15 to 20 minutes. So it'd be cool in each of the weeks that we're doing this study if you would find a time sometime during the week to just sit down and read through the book from start to finish. It will help remind you of things we have talked about, prepare your heart for things we're going to be talking about. And we know that the more time that you spend in God's written word like that, the more it's going to enhance the time we talk about it on Sunday mornings.
It takes you 15 minutes to read the book of James?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So anyway,
It's only 5 chapters.
That's a miracle.
Why is it a miracle? Well, it is my book after all. So.
It is your book. That is correct. We invite you, invite your friends, invite your family. Come out starting this Sunday for the book of James and our time of corporate worship together. And we'll look forward to seeing you this Sunday. We want you to know we love you. You're important to us. And we look forward to seeing you this Sunday.
But wait, we're not done yet because it's called practical to radical.
Yeah.
So why is it practical to radical? So we start out in a practical place, and by the time we're done with this sermon series, all of us are going to be radical? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Actually, it's interesting. One of the commentators says that the book of James is the New Testament Proverbs. Because there's so much practical teaching in the book of Proverbs, which we know because of Solomon's writings of all the different Proverbs. Well, James is a very similar atmosphere and attitude. Now, the atmosphere in the sense of the context of James is written in a context of persecution and oppression and that kind of a thing. So James, as a pastor, is trying to express to the first church, how to be encouraged, how to endure, how to stay steadfast into the faith, and some practical things as it relates to the Christian life. And the fact of the matter is, if you walk the Christian life in a practical way, as James identifies, the world will label you as a radical.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we mean, from practical to radical.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this series. I'm looking forward to seeing how Pastor Mark gets us kicked off in the series this Sunday. So we hope we're going to see you as well. Whether you're here in person or whether you watch online, we hope that you're looking forward to this new study in the book of James.